All right, good morning, everybody. My name is Melina Boyd, and I am a member of the Rethinking Schools Task Force here at Marin County Office of Education. Today is a technical assistance workshop on the waiver process and the site-specific plan. We only have a couple of people. We've had this a couple of times now, so people aren't, coming back each additional time. So I think maybe what we could do is, if you want, we can start with just any kind of questions that you guys have around the process of the waiver, or the actual trying to figure out the site specific plan and all of that kind of stuff. So why don't we just open it up for questions, and then what we can do is I can share my screen and we can go through the waiver application and the site specific plan. So feel free to unmute yourselves. You can put it in the chat box as well.
I have a question about the waiver application. We're having a little bit of formatting difficulties in terms of the text displaying, and it seems to display differently if we open it up in like preview versus Acrobat. And it seems to do well in Acrobat, but then if we open it in preview, some of the text gets cut off and we can't get all of the text in there. So I was hoping to get some insight into what we can do to make sure that when we submit it, it displays properly on the other end.
Okay, yeah. If you have more text that's actually going to fit in the box, all you have to do is put C attached at the top of the box, and then just put it in a Word document and attach it to the back.
Okay.
And that's fine. I'm putting all the packets together and forwarding them to Public Health. So I'll make sure that all of your answers are in there. Right. And same thing for the site specific plan, because I know that there's like a lot of content that you probably want to get in there, and it's only small little boxes. So you can just add any kind of additional document with the text to the back of each one of those documents.
Great, that makes it easy.
Yeah.
And hi, this is Kimberly with San Domenico, and that was my colleague Max. Hi. We've been working on this together. Hi, what's your name?
My name is Melina Boyd.
Melina. Okay, sorry, I missed that at the beginning.
Yeah, Rethinking Schools Task Force isn't my name, even though that's what's displayed.
Well, mine's like SD1. Yeah, no kidding. My question related to what Max was just asking is the first on the waiver part where it starts with please provide a brief survey of your process. That one has a word limit. It says 500 word limit. The ones on our process for checking in with our community of staff and faculty and parents, those do not have word limits, but we were having some, again, similar to what Max was just describing, issues. So I was checking in, is the 500 word limit supposed to apply for each section, or can we do a little more? No,
that's just the overview. That's just the overview. So if you have more information for your kind of labor discussions and consultations and things like that, again, you can just go ahead and attach it to a Word document and put it on the back of the document.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not a problem at all.
Okie dokie. Excellent. Thank you. We appreciate your support on this.
Of course. Does anybody else? Hello, Celeste and Kenya. Do you guys have any questions? Feel free to unmute and just go ahead and ask.
We talked yesterday about our little situation in our very small school, and one thing we heard was that the testing vendors, naming one for our little school wouldn't be necessary since there's only 2 staff. Is that okay? And then I just put that we would use the Marin County testing sites on our form.
Yeah, that's perfect.
And then
you can use that. Go ahead.
And then for students, are we supposed to have a vendor or a plan in place for testing students, or is that something that's still coming down the pipe?
It's not required to test students at this time. Right now, kind of the suggestion from Dr. Willis is to have, I think it's 50% of your staff test every other month. So basically you have 50% in one month and then the next month. So every other month, everybody's getting tested. But that's just the suggestion. Again, it's not required for staff or teachers to get tested. It's just kind of highly encouraged. It helps with the numbers for the county as well when those tests come in. So.
And then our protocol, if a student had symptoms, would be for them to go to their healthcare provider anyway, I would assume.
Yeah, definitely. And we have, if you actually go to our website, I'm going to share my screen really quick and show you where the protocols are.
I think I found it. That
Oh, you
chart.
did? Okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
it's very handy.
Yes. Yeah. So those are kind of like the protocols of when you would contact your healthcare provider, which, if you have symptoms or you test positive, you're always going to be in contact with your healthcare provider as well. But especially for a positive situation, you're going to call, well, public health will probably know about it before the school does, if that is the case. But again, you're going to get all of your advice from public health, and they're going to let you know about quarantining and all of that kind of stuff as well. As
right. And when to communicate. Right. Yeah. And when to communicate with whom. Exactly. Okay, great.
I'm going to jump off and finish up.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. And if you have any questions, you can just send it to that, whatever, it's waiver application review. I think if you have any questions about the waiver, you can send to that email address and we'll get right back to you. All right.
Awesome. Thank you.
Bye, Kimberly.
Stay safe, you guys. Crazy times.
You too. Yes.
So Melina, we need to turn in our waiver application. We just email it with the site specific plan, and that's all you need, those 2 documents?
That's all you need. And if there's anything that is incomplete, like if you forget a signature or anything like that, we'll send it back to you, let you know what is incomplete, and then you would resubmit the application.
Okay, I think I'm done. I'll double check it today, and I have our one more look on our task force as well. So that worked out.
Perfect. And then, you have my email address and my phone number, so feel free to reach out if you have any other.
I really appreciate your help. Thank you so much.
Yeah, not a problem. Of course. All right. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, Kenya, let me get this for you. There you go, Kenya. So what you're going to do is Kenya, do you have the waiver application as well? Because the waiver is, oh, you're not submitting a waiver. Then you don't need to submit your site-specific plan. It's highly encouraged that you have it in place before students come onto campus. But as far as submitting just your plan, if you're not doing a waiver, you don't need to submit that. That's just for you and for you guys to kind of display to the public and to your parents and all kinds of stakeholders to make sure that they know that, you're thinking about all the cleaning and health and safety protocols. Well, Kenya, perfect. Yeah. And if you have any questions, we also have rapid response at marinschools.org, and we can answer any of your kind of COVID related questions there if you have any questions. But other than that, I think I'll let you go and have a really great week.